back online on you. We're back online on YouTube. We're about to take a walk. But work on the Sabbath. I don't even know what Sabbath is. Guess what? I lost that a few days ago. You retrace your steps, you never know what you can find. I gotta reset my suit so I can be more comfortable walking. Got something set up like a kilt right now. That ain't gonna cut it. That's why. So wait. You liking the coffee? I like the coffee. You liking the juice? I like the juice. Start traveling now. What if I told you that the span of yom we are in right now, these 30 yom, is called day? Give me a minute and I'll greet the people. Like I said, I'm in the midst of doing some things. Welcome to Nomad Studio. This is Highestheightsstudio. Find me on Discord, DISCORD. The handle is 3PROJH. 3PROJH. All right. So yes, my half of mind told me that we're going to go to a different location today. Let's see here. I see we do have one in YouTube land. Hashem Yahavalahim Shalom Aparat. Thank you for sticking around. Santana 0773. Brenda McClure. The Girl on a S. John Adebayo. Cassandra Love. Clyde 4590. Sarah Fayah, I see you. Great Man. Valve. User 3345218809. Lisa. Howard Womack. Letitia coming up. Jeffrey D. Huffman. All right. Hashem Yahavalahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you, your families, and your circles. Almost packed up, and we can move on. Coffee. Have you been feeling pressure? You've been feeling like you in that low place, you're looking up, you can't come out? Kenny, I see you. Lillian Mazan, I see you. KJ, I see you. Come, Yahshua, rise up. Come out of her. Are you feeling down and depressed because everybody look like they trying to do and live their best? Hezan, Yahshua. Agdavad, I see you. Mr. LG, I see you. Ernell Willis, I see you. You know why I call out your name? Because after the end of the broadcast, I can also see how long you hung out. Hashem Yahavalahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon everyone who comes in. You're feeling crushed. You're feeling like the system got you down. Khazan Yahasaraya. Reveal every time you see Babylon call. Crawl, fall, crumble. We're about to take off. Ernell Willis, I see you. Sean, I see you. Hashem Yahavalahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Correct me if I'm wrong. Quega can mean to play. However, Hugo is also juice. Who's got the juice? Don't play with me. Toka like a totter. String you up. Strum you. And you come when I call you. Don't play with me. No poder. No puede. Toca conmigo. Como baile conmigo? Like dance with me? Don't play with me. Wait. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. We seek the protection of our Father against shaitan as we travel the divine path. For every step that we take to our Father, in service of our Father will take 1,000 steps towards us. Speak prayer, recite songs and surah, seeking to be closer to our Father, Yahweh Elohim, subhanahu wa ta'ala. All praises to our source of sustenance and mercy. Stephen, I see you. speak life into your loved ones. I see one whose name is in father tongue characters. It's possible. Thank you for being here. Earl Carr, I see you. Ashim Yahava Alahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon everyone. Thank you for being here. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Yaka nabudu wa yaka nasta'in. Isina sirat al-mustaqim. Sirat al-latina an'amta alayhim. Khayril maghdubi alayhim. Walad. Darling. In the name of our Father, most compassionate, most merciful, Lord over all worlds, creator of our deen, all praises to our Father, the most merciful, most compassionate. We ask you to forgive us when we disobey like others have done in the past. We ask you to teach us how to forgive others the way that you forgive us. We thank you for giving us the divine path. Amen. It is said that when we pass away, you will be asked individually, have you heard Surah Al-Fatiha? If you've been listening for the last 2 or 3 minutes, you heard it in both Farsi tongue and also in English. Why do I say Farsi? Because Farsi means Persian. Arab means nomad. There were all kinds of different families and clans in the Persian Peninsula who would have been known as Arabs. Not all of them spoke Farsi. You can look across the whole globe and find out that there's all kinds of families and clans who would be called nomads. Not all of them spoke Farsi. In order to hear the Surah Al-Fatiha, you can go to Quran.com, Quran.com, Quran.com. Quran.com. You'll be able to see all of the surah. Correct me if I'm wrong, there's 114 surah. Surah Al-Fatiha is the first surah, the opening of the Quran. It's 7 lines long, what you would call a verse, a line. What you would call a verse, ayat. So you've heard it in Farsi. You could go to Quran.com and it'll show you how it is written in Farsi. You can press play and hear how it is spoken. You can look underneath and it will show you how it is translated into English. And from there you can look at all the different surah. As a matter of fact, you can also look at the breakdown of the studies that we are doing right now. We're in the middle of studying Jews, J-U-Z. The Jews are the 30 divisions of the Quran. You would observe 30 yom of fasting, worshiping, and praying while studying 1 juz per day. That would take you through a period such as what we are experiencing now. We are in day. Prior to day on my calendar, It says, Asher. You see, I have a particular mission. I've been set upon this mission since the point of my conception. I am here to remind everyone about Asher. So as you would say, there's a month called Asher. It's the 9th month on the calendar. During the 9th month is when you would fast for 30 days and observe a juz in Quran per day until you complete the Quran. Currently we're in juz 5. Yesterday we completed Surah An-Nisa. Before that, we were in Surah Al-Imran. And before that, Al-Baqarah. Before Al-Baqarah is Al-Fatiha. So not only we are in Juz 5, we're also moving into Surah 5. I didn't bring my Quran with me today. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You ever be walking down the street, trip over a crack, but you make it look cool? No, I didn't bring my Quran with me today because I'm not walking with my backpack. I've been doing some range of motion exercises because I wrecked my shoulder on a move job. It'll be all right. So I'm actually walking around town looking like I'm pretending I'm a hawk. So you all get to see some of my amusement when I share content with you. It's amusement, however, I'm being about as real can be. If it flies over your head, I understand why. It's not meant for everybody to get it. Here's the thing. I'm out here risking my life every day, trying to represent what I actually see and study. You're sitting back, sometimes clicking like, but not all the time clicking those buttons that would actually contact me directly. You see, not only is there this opportunity for you to be able to reach out and speak with me in the comment section, you also have the opportunity all day, every day to reach out to me. There's telephones, and they have telephone service. There was a time when if you wanted to communicate with somebody and you were going to use letters, you had to write a letter. And you couldn't just write a couple of little letters and put it together and expect someone to understand what you're talking about. You'd have to actually communicate. We live in a world now where everybody wants to complain about how disjointed and unjust everything is. However, you're living disconnected. You sit around and you wait for one person to get out and start shining. Oh yeah, look at that person. Look at them go. Let them cook. Basically because you can't wait to eat. What are you doing to contribute? What if the chef needs to eat? How many of you actually stopped the chef and said, hey, hold on. I know you're tasting on that stuff as you go along, but that's the operative word. You're just tasting. You need to eat. How many of you stopped to see what's going on with the chef while you're sitting there waiting for your plate? Martyrdom is dangerous. Jones, Smallwood, SJ, Akati, I see you. Leandrew Cranford, I see you. Winnie D. Pooh, I see you. Frank Thompson, user 434213200379. I see you. Robert Poole, I see you. Why is it that every time someone who's strong stands up, all you all want to do is promote that one? Like they don't need help. Like you can't stand up and say what it is that you actually do. Next time you call yourself complaining because you call customer service and you talking to somebody whose structure of English is a second language, you complaining. What's your data entry skills? You know why they're outsourcing? Because it's cheaper. You know why it's cheaper? Because when they send that dollar bill across the ocean, it automatically has more worth. Why? Because there's a whole developed nation who closed off their borders. And when they restructured themselves, they made sure that they provided a valuable service that nobody else could counter. You send us your dollar, inflated or not, we're gonna remarket it. We're gonna find all kinds of ways to put it back in the market and into circulation. We're not gonna just go buy up some stuff. We're gonna generate a process of other people going to buy. And we're just gonna be the exchange. Okay, since you're being so generous, what are you getting out of it? Oh, our legacy is gonna always have employment. Our legacy is gonna always have an occupation. How do you figure? We've got ports, we've got warehouses, we've got residences, we've got educational systems in place, and we got cubicles for days. Oh yeah? Okay. What if you run out of cubicles? We build upwards. And then when we're tired of building upwards, we'll build virtual. Telling you about a story that started in 1940, wound up becoming a truth in 1970, and now there's a world-leading nation that's an island. Go look it up. Well, looky here. First time of me seeing this. Haven't been this part. I can't show that one. And then you walk backyard. And then you walk backyard. See, y'all all want to line up behind somebody else. How many of you think that a quarterback can win a game? And then you walk backyard. And then you walk backyard in a rubber-dub style. In a rubber-dub style. And then you walk backyard. I say, LLC, I see you. Matt Monument, I see you. Martyrdom is dangerous because you'll throw all your support into the steps that somebody else took, thinking that's going to get you through the same gate. It's not how it works. Quarterback is one of 22. There's an offense. There's a defense. It takes both sides to win a game. It takes all members to win a game. GAME. Grown ass man energy. What's an ass? Well, that's a mule. That's a donkey. And there's a bunch of you old mule mug donkey pussies sitting around here talking so much yang about what you know about the scripture. To know the scripture means you're intimate with the scripture. Doesn't mean that you can just recite it off the top of your head and call that intimacy. There are many who claim to be anointed. However, truth shines evident. Martyrdom is dangerous. How many of you know about Usher? How many of you know that Usher is one of the 12 brothers from the family of Yahshua? Most of you don't know all the 12 brothers because everybody's running around yelling and screaming the same 3 names. Missing 9. You want to talk about Judah. You want to talk about Levites. What's the other one? See there? And then you act like you don't remember Joseph either. David did not come from Judah. David came from Yehovah, because he was there. And I ain't talking about David. David is the dalet that was nailed in place to represent the dalet. I'm talking about Yehovah. And that's not just the place. That's the eastern gate. Yehovah. Yehovah means Yahweh's door. Yehovah Dalat. That's about as close as Yahweh is there that I've seen so far. So what you call Yod, I will tell you that you are in complete violation. And if I showed you anything about me upon the streets, get the pumpkin head around me in violation. Said it. I'll say it again. You know anything about me, get the pumpkin head when you're in violation. I've told you all before. Y'all have only seen a part of me. You don't know who I am. And that's a sad shame. No, you're not intimate with me. You sit back and you ha 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 and scratch your head about the things I'm posting when you don't understand. And since you don't understand, what you should be doing is reaching out to me and asking me, what are you talking about? Instead, no, you whisper amongst each other. You're still not going to ever know anything about me whispering amongst each other. You need to contact me. When you're sitting around trying to figure out how come the system won't allow you to be prosperous, scratching your head, you need to be calling me and other people who are actually trying to be interdependently working with you. Hard-headed Israelites. very hard to deliver the message to hard-headed people. Been speaking with you for 40 years now. I could have been talking about anything. I've been talking about how Highestheightsstudio supports SOC. Selah. I've been talking about let's all go and find Kofi. Selah. I've been talking about how we're all supposed to show up and say, hey, this is what I do. Here's my resume. Hey, here's my business proposition. Hey, I fired my boss. Hey, I want to be of service and make products for the kingdom of Yahweh Elohim. Who has shown up? I could count about 5 individuals who actually showed up and said, here am I. I may not have got all my documents together, but I'm here to show and prove. Here am I. This is what I do. Those 5 individuals, 3 or 4 of them only know my real situation. Stick a pin in that, because martyrdom is dangerous. Y'all sit around and want to be cheerleaders. Don't nobody need no cheerleader. You think you're going rah, sis, boom, bye, is going to get me through a push-up? You need to be right over there doing push-ups with me. Martyrdom is dangerous. Oh, so-and-so prayed for me. No, they can't pray for you. They can't do your work. They cannot do a report saying, hey, so-and-so did so-and-so, knowing you the one that did all the work. Remember all the trouble you would get into if you tried to write somebody else's paper? It's called plagiarism. Praying for someone is plagiarism. Go look it up. Can't pray for nobody. You can't give nobody a blessing. The blessings are given to us from our Father from the point of conception. It is up to us to get up, move around, and receive the blessings. After you receive the blessings, your choice is how you're going to use it. You can either keep it to yourself, or you can find a way to multiply it by giving it out to others in the kingdom of Yahweh Elohim. Everything in life is a test. You put nothing before our Creator, Yahweh Elohim. You put nothing before our Creator, Yahweh Elohim. You don't put your wife in front of the Creator. You don't put your family. You don't put yourself. You don't put your blessings. Why? Because everything I just listed off is a blessing. Every time you get a blessing, it is a test. You're not being tempted until you make your choice. Then you become tempted. That simply means you're about to be shaped and molded into who you are going to be. For every time you make a choice, you are shaping yourself into who you're going to be. Because human beings tend to repeat behavior. Akati Deborah is very tabah to see you. T. How, I see you, another familiar name and face. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon everyone who's catching this message. Yes, it is time for a party. This party is called Martyrdom. It's dangerous. You sit back and you watch somebody else and you say, oh, look how great they're doing. I pray that person is protected. If you're going to pray, that means you thought about it. You spoke on it. And then you got up and you made moves. So if you're going to pray for somebody's security, you better make sure there's some security in place. It's one thing to ask Yahweh, however, you need to realize we are the vessels in order for the blessings to occur. That means each of us has to make movement. You can't sit around and just talk about it. It's only a third of the step. Running your mouth is 1/3 of the step. Selah. Every day I risk life and limb. I'm not telling you this for a pity party. I'm telling you this because I walk the divine path. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak. I'm here to remind the world of Asher. You look up the name, it says, I am happy. That means that Asher's mother was happy. Didn't mean he was running around talking about, I'm happy, call me happy. And even if he did, you telling me that's the only thing he had to offer? Was his name is happy? My mama happy. Think that's all he had? Call me happy, son of Yahashariah. No, he had a responsibility to the whole family. He had 11 other brothers, and one of them went up missing. So he had 10 other brothers. I'm here to remind you of Asher, because when I remind you of Asher, I also have to tell you about all of his brothers. And when I tell you about his brothers, then I have to tell you about all of them had a father who they shared in common. After I tell you about their father, then I have to tell you about the lineage of all the families that were shared from their father and their uncle. And it traces all the way back to Adam. If I went to Asia, they would call me a dragon. Am renders singe. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak. Allahu assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. Thank you for coming through. You ask, where am I from? I'm from the Emerald Throne. Some people call it Sagittarius B. That's one stopping point. Some would say there's 7 heavens. I pray that answers your question. That's how I walk, that's how I talk, that's how I live. Cassidy J.D. Bruton, Alberta. I see you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak. Allahu assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You've been consuming my fruit. However, you're not checking on my nourishment. I could tell you how you could actually copyright your work instead of posting up a message talking about this platform doesn't own my pictures. Because no, that doesn't work. If you don't own the rights to your content and you post it up, the second it's published on a social media platform, that social media platform owns it. Just like you've heard of all the different artists who passed away and didn't even have the rights to their masters in their music. Goes deeper than just a musician. I'm a graphic artist. I'm a graphic novelist. Compose a story and show it to you through video and audio. We've arrived at our destination. I like you here. We're gonna chill for just a little while. Sami Allahu liman hamida Rabbana walakal hamd. I love the Lord and He heard my cry. Amen. See, we could be doing that, or we could be looking for low-hanging fruit. Every day is Shabbat. A trucker's wife, I see you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalamat Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Basmallah Rahmani Rahim. Wal Asha. By time, surely mankind is at a loss, except for those who practice Tabah deeds amongst each other daily with patience and consistency. Be sabir. Alhamdulillah. Allahu Akbar. You've been consuming my content, and you're not checking on my nourishment. I don't have to be around you. You're trying to tread water on sandy foundation. I don't have to be around you. The message has been delivered. You want to speak with me? Find me on Discord. You want to speak with me? Find me on YouTube. Find me on TikTok. Find me on Facebook and actually speak with me. Don't just sit there and click a like. My phone bill is not paid with likes. Don't think you did something just because you shared it. My stomach doesn't eat shares. You want to share something? Invest in 3P Rouge coin, which is a real thing. Instead of having an LLC, I have an actual content creator coin. It is a real thing. Backed by another larger coin, which can be exchanged with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tron X, Doge, or whatever you want to find. Your coin has a physical wallet that can exchange with every cryptocurrency you can think of. You're getting locked in your own zip code, not realizing there is a globe. I'm not out here asking for just handouts. I have services that I offer. You want to get your concept promoted for 30 days? Send me $30. You'll have something posted for you every day for 30 days. You tired of using business cards and you're trying to figure out how to get your name out there? Let me do a 30-second video for you. That costs $30. It's a custom video, has all your information. Post you out there, promote you out there. You can get 20 views, you can get 200 views, you might get 500. Depends on what's going on, you might get 1,000. Either way, it costs you $30 for a 30-second video. You want a full minute? 60 seconds. $60. Wait a minute, you want to know how to do all the kind of stuff that I do? $190 per month gives you access to me. Call me anytime with any questions. $190. Man, I can't afford that. Okay. I have an invoice document, and you can pick a la carte what you choose to learn or what service you choose for me to do. Contact me. Walk with me. Talk with me. And if you didn't know, like I told you before, my phone has a bill that needs to be paid. My digestive tract requires calories. The ideas that I generate are not just coming from, oh, look how Allah has blessed him with all of that and let him go, let him cook, into what you are watching me starve. Halal Yahweh, the fact that I do get some means of nourishment here and there. I've set aside my life in order to serve a specific group. Don't make me walk away. There's a big old doormat. Sometimes I wear sandals, sometimes I wear steel boots. Mexicanos got on steel boot. Zapatista. Black boot soldier. Straight out of Peru, Incas. My middle name means warrior. Who do you think you are playing with? No juego conmigo. No tocando conmigo. You need to step up. When you see someone in need, you don't ask them if they're in need. If you see it, you go do something about it. They shouldn't have to ask you. If you can't help them, go find somebody who can. Immediately. That's called empathy and compassion. Amitabha. Amitofo. That's how you would say it in either Chinese or Japanese. Hashtag kindness is contagious. Go out there and be the reason somebody else has a smile on their face. Go do an act of kindness for someone else. You see someone walking towards a door, you open the door for them. See someone walking with a package, open up your arms like you're about to hug them and say, let me take that package where you need to take it. And when you sit it down, then you turn and you open your arms and then you hug them the same way you carried that package. Because you didn't just carry the package 2 steps, did you know? It took you a little bit of effort. So you give that same effort in your hug. You've helped that person twice in a day. Achum Yahava Alahim Shalom at Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Warahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Teda, shukran, spasibo, gracias, grazie, molto grazie. Asante. Mucho me gusto. It's my pleasure. Hacer aquí. To be here. Hacer. Tell the people about Hacer. There's a brother named Hacer. There's a day named Aser. That was the day the sons of Korah decided they wanted to identify themselves. They'd rather bow down to a bull than follow the standards. Harun reminded them of the standards. Aaron told them they were out of place. Iran is the boundary between Yahshua and Iraq. Iraq has been there for a while. Its capital is Tehran. You know, some people would say it'll be a terrible day when I decide to assume the other name that my mother gave me. Selah. I love my cousins. You know, Harun reminded me about Musa. He also reminded me about things to ignore and those who I needed to pay attention to. Not that I needed to learn all the time from them. Sometimes I needed to break down what was going on when they were adding to the whole or not vowing only to the whole. Selah. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon everyone who's caught this message. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from you all. I'm not always grouchy. I get a little irritated when I'm feeling malnourished. Assalamu alaikum.